Hey guys. Just here to let you know that this story was produced as part of an online writing class led by author Meehan J. Meehan. Holding a bachelor's degree in English literature, a master's degree in communication, and currently working on a PhD in educational psychology, Meehan designed the writing class series. Each one is 8 weeks long, entirely online, and ends with every story being produced via an audio narration on YouTube and published in an anthology. The full price of the 8-week class, including the narrated story, anthology inclusion, and one free copy of the published book, is $2.95 per person. However, anyone who is a subscriber of this channel will be charged a discounted price of $2.85. There's a limit of 35 people per class. The next class is tentatively scheduled to begin in December of 2020, approximately 2 months after the release of the initial anthology. So, if you're interested in signing up, email Meehan J. Meehan at artsycreativeint@gmail.com or leave a comment below, and that is creative with an 8. It's on the screen somewhere. You can find it. Alright, that's all for now. Enjoy the story, and I'll see you guys next week. Sweat rolls down your forehead and into your eyes as you take quick, shallow breaths. You squeeze your eyes shut in an attempt to both block out the salty sting and focus on taking deep breaths to regain control of your respiration, and try to fight back the rising bile in the back of your throat. It's a futile gesture. Your stomach rolls and seizes, kick-starting a wave of convulsions that send another surge of the half-digested contents from last night's revelry rocketing up on a reverse trajectory. You grip the sides of the bowl as abdominal muscles continue to rebel until there's nothing left to give up. The cramping of abused muscles moves in time with the pounding behind your temples as you slowly wipe your mouth on the back of your hand. I pray to Siva let me die. The line from that Harrison Ford movie surfaces unexpectedly from the recesses of memory. It's funny the connections the mind makes at times. You haven't seen that movie in years. No, it was on in the background last night, wasn't it? Regardless, you find yourself echoing its sentiments for a moment. Please, God, make it stop, you pray. But it's an insincere plea. The only time you pray, if it could be called that, is in these moments of self-inflicted misery. Prayers that are always followed by vows and internally declared commitments to never put yourself here again. Vows you know damn well will be broken the next time your friends want to go out. Feeling the worst of the storm has passed, and sincerely hoping that you're not just in the eye of it, you flail weakly and blindly at the side of the tank until your hand finds the lever. The sound of the exiting water filling your ears seems far too loud, and that's when you become aware of the figure in the doorway. No doubt, it's your friend, coming to check on you after hearing you being sick. "I'm sorry," you mutter. "I didn't mean to wake you. I'm okay, just need..." You trail off as you realize no one's there, and your pounding headache prevents you from devoting any more thought to it. You get shakily to your feet and move over to the sink. You reach out to turn on the faucet, but suddenly recoil in horror at what you see. Streaks of crimson run down the wall from the ledge at the top of the sink and pool in the bottom of the basin. "What the hell?" you gasp aloud, as your eyes try to focus on the dark stains in the dim early morning light filtering into the bathroom from the tiny frosted window. Hesitantly, you reach out to touch the liquid, run a finger across it. It's soft, but solid, and realization dawns on you. It's wax. A deep red wax. Relieved, you look up, and sure enough, you see the remains of 3 candles on the ledge just under the mirror. Candles? Did the power go out? No, No, you're certain it didn't. You stare at the melted stumps for a moment. You can't remember why you lit them, but vaguely recall it was important that they were red. Turning the faucet on, you splash water on your face. Your mouth and throat are painfully dry, so you try cupping some in your hands and tentatively take a few sips. Your stomach grumbles a bit in protest, but in the end accepts. You shut off the water and begin to make your way unsteadily down the hall. Passing the open door to your friend's bedroom, you stop as you catch something in your peripheral vision. Your friend, the one that you just saw in the bathroom, is sprawled across her bed. Her loud snores inform you that she's been out for a while. You stand there for a moment before shrugging it off. You make your way down the hall and then carefully navigate the stairs. Your dizzy state presents a challenge with each step. The pounding inside your skull is unrelenting, and your body begs you to forget going home and just find a couch to crash on. Stopping in the foyer, you glance hopefully into the living room only to have those hopes dashed. You see other guests from last night sleeping it off on the couch, the easy chairs, and the floor. Going home to the comfort of your own bed is the only option left, and you feebly attempt to psych yourself up for the long walk back. Sighing, you dig your coat out from the collection, overwhelming the wooden coat tree, knocking several jackets to the floor in your search. You can't be bothered to hang them back up. Pulling your coat on is a struggle, but eventually you prevail, and then proceed to pat your pockets. It's an almost ritualistic behavior you perform every time you're about to leave a place. Wallet? Check. Keys and phone? Check and check. Satisfied, you grab the doorknob, and then jump backwards, startled by the reflection of a figure in the decorative window at the door's center. Long dark hair frames a pale face, features distorted in the multi-paned glass. Whipping around reveals nothing behind you. You grit your teeth in pain, hand going to your forehead as your headache takes revenge for the sudden movement. You turn back to the door, feeling stupid for jumping at what had to be your own reflection, and to quietly let yourself out. The mid-morning sun shines with a high noon intensity that pains your poor hungover mind to the point that it forces you to close your eyes. After what feels like an eternity, your eyes adjust enough so that you can open them, just enough to see where you're going. Then you stumble off the porch and begin the half-mile walk home. You keep your gaze on the sidewalk in front of you to combat the sun's glare. The crisp October morning brings no small amount of relief to your aching head. Your route brings you onto Main Street, the many shops unusually quiet for this time of morning. As you walk, you gradually become aware of a presence in your peripheral vision. Looking to the right, you see a young woman with long, dark locks, standing in front of a hair salon directly across the street from you. Between the shadows from the salon's awnings and your squinting, you can't make out her face at all. But you know, on some primal level, that she's watching you. Your walk slows to a stop as you stare back. She's not someone you immediately recognize, yet there's something vaguely familiar about her. The buzzing of your phone in your back pocket nearly gives you a heart attack. Pulling out your mobile, you see a text notification. Your friend must finally be up. "Where you at?" "Walking home," you text back. Looking up, you glance back across the street. The woman's no longer there. Your phone buzzes in your hand. "You okay?" "Besides the massive hangover, yeah, I'll live." "You sure? After all, you didn't say goodbye." Before you can respond, you get the feeling that you're being followed. Looking over your shoulder, you swear for an instantly you spot a swath of dark hair behind a line of hedges. You stare intently, watching for any movement, wondering if someone is hiding back there. No, it's just shadows, cast from the branches moving gently in the breeze. You shake the sensation off and start walking again, but can't help continually glancing back over your shoulder. You unconsciously quicken your pace as a hard, cold knot of dread begins to form in your gut. A blaring horn yanks your attention forward as you step off the curb, causing you to scramble backwards onto the sidewalk as a strong rush of air blows past. Your gaze follows the pickup that seemingly materialized out of nowhere and almost splattered you across the road. You internally chew out the driver for speeding. Finding fault in their driving helps you excuse the inattention that almost got you killed. The light turns, and this time you make a point of looking before crossing, and continuing past the row of shops and restaurants that line this block. The shot of adrenaline from your near miss has done wonders for yanking your brain out of its dehydrated house of pain, and you become aware that you're shaking slightly. You jump and almost drop your phone. Get it together, you scold yourself. Suddenly, the door right next to you opens and you start as someone exits. The young man stepping into your path is too engrossed in his phone to even notice you, let alone how close he comes to running into you. He continues down the sidewalk, utterly oblivious to the near collision he almost caused. At least you're not the only one. The normally pleasant aroma of coffee follows him, and you realize you're in front of the Brouhaha coffee shop. Your queasy stomach begins to roll slightly at the smell of your favorite beverage. You begin to debate. The thought of being sick again is a strong argument to just keep moving. However, the incoming withdrawal symptoms from your caffeine addiction is the last thing your poor head needs right now. Why do you keep putting yourself in this situation? The sidewalks are strangely empty for this time of day, and the sudden urge to be around others seals the deal, and you quickly head inside. The ding of the door chime and the familiar sounds of the cafe calm your nerves. The hum of activity around you stands in stark contrast to what you left on the other side of the door. Getting into line, you remember your phone and check your texts. Hello? Sorry, was busy trying to throw myself into traffic, you text back. LOL! Headache that bad, huh? Definitely a contender for the #1 spot. Well, that's the least of your problems now. You didn't say goodbye! LOL. What? I couldn't. You were passed out. Huh? A voice cuts into your thoughts. You look up to see that you're next in line and the barista is staring at you expectantly. What can I get you? He repeats, patiently. You place your regular order, digging out your wallet. You hand him your card, knowing the price before he tells you. He moves to take it, and stops. A sudden look of confused concern spreads across his face as he looks over your shoulder. You scan the room behind you, and then you see her, by the door. Pale skin standing out against her dark dress and even darker hair that falls down either side of an expressionless face that's staring right at you. You turn back to the barista, your arms still outstretched. He takes the card, eyes flickering back to you before shaking his head slightly. Does he see her too? That'll be right up, he says, before you can ask. Pretending to look out the large bay windows that line the front of the shop, you casually glance over to see if she's watching you. She is, and you drop your eyes to the floor as soon as you make eye contact. Here you go, the barista says, interrupting your thoughts as he hands you your drink. Thanks, you mutter, taking the cup, while simultaneously attempting to stick your wallet back in your pocket. You hurry out the door, stealing a glance to the side. She's still there, black dress and all, her unblinking gaze following you. Back outside, you hurriedly put a couple of blocks between you and the coffee shop. Stopping to catch your breath, with your headache angrily complaining about the sudden physical exertion, you pull out your phone and begin to text frantically. I think I'm being followed. Sure you are. She's gonna get ya, lol. How'd you know it's a she? I was there, remember? I told y'all not to play that stupid game. Game? You struggle to put the pieces of last night back together. What game is she talking about? You don't remember playing any game, but that doesn't really matter, as it dawns on you that last night's book has a lot of missing chapters. Your phone buzzes again. It's a picture. You're standing in front of your friend's bathroom mirror. Your drunken state is obvious even in the photo. You're posed with your hands on your cheeks, an overly exaggerated expression of mock horror on your face. The 3 red candles on the ledge under the mirror cast distorted shadows across the background. Your phone buzzes again. I don't care if it is a stupid kid's game. I'm still not gonna mess with that stuff. My luck, it would work. LOL. The last thing I need is some dead chick cursing me. The new message reads. And then taunting her that you took her baby? That's some intestinal fortitude right there. Dead chick? You vaguely remember a discussion last night about an old town legend, and wonder if that's what she's referring to. You start to respond when you hear the rustle of fabric. You look back to see the pale woman from the cafe moving briskly towards you. She's here, is all you have time to text. Her arm extends toward you, and you flinch and squeeze your eyes shut. Hey, she says, you drop this? You open your eyes and see your wallet in the hand of a woman in a black dress, face covered in makeup to darken her eyes and make her skin more ashen than normal. Man, you burned out of there like your hair was on fire, she says. If you hadn't stopped, I wouldn't have caught you. I can't really run in these things. She gestured down at the clunky, oversized combat boot she's wearing. Then it hits you. The dress, makeup, pale skin, darkened eyes. You didn't realize the goth look was still in around here. Your cheeks start to burn in unison with how stupid you suddenly feel. You okay? She asks, head cocked at the side, a quizzical expression on her face. Yeah, you respond. I'm sorry. It's been a rough night and a rougher morning. I've been there, she laughs. Thank you for returning this, you say, taking the proffered wallet. Anytime, she replies with a smile. Have a good one. Get some sleep. You put your wallet in your coat pocket, taking care to make sure it's secure this time. Thanks again, you call after her. She acknowledges your call with a wave as she heads back to the brouhaha. You look at your phone to see several missed texts. Ghost emojis surround the words. Ooh, you're in trouble now. Hello? Quit playing. You there? Seriously, not funny. Is someone there? You reply, sorry. False alarm. Keep freaking myself out. You okay? She asks. I'm fine. I'll explain later. Within 10 minutes, you're walking through your front door. You set the paper coffee cup you emptied on the stand near the entrance and promptly knock it over as you remove your coat. Right now, picking it up seems like far too much effort. You fall onto your couch, but no sooner have you sat down than your body issues the alarm and you rush to the bathroom. In hindsight, you realize you should have listened to your stomach about the coffee. Moving to the sink, you start cleaning up when your phone begins buzzing, rapid-fire notifications illuminating the screen. OMG! Look at the picture! You pull the picture up again, but nothing stands out to you. Another text pops up. "You didn't say goodbye! I told you to say goodbye!" Confusion reigns in your mind as you text back, "And I told you you were asleep when I left." "Not me! The rules! You didn't follow the rules!" "What rules?" Your thumbs fly across the screen as you start to get frustrated and demand answers. "Just look at the picture," is all you get back. You go back to the picture, but still you don't notice anything special about it. Wait, there is something in the corner. It's in the tub, standing just over your left shoulder. A pale face framed with straight, dark hair and an expression of inhuman rage on its face. You begin to shake uncontrollably. With a great deal of effort, you steady your hands enough to text back a question, one you're not sure you want the answer to. You ask what you did last night. Movement reflected in the phone screen catches your eye. It's as if someone else is also leaning over the phone too. You don't want to look up, but in the end, you can't help yourself. There, in the mirror, is the same face from the picture, complete with the matching expression. Once she sees that she has your attention, her cracked lips twist into a grim parody of a smug grin. And then she screams. You drop your phone as you cover your ears. The mirror shatters under the force of her voice. Shards of glass fly everywhere, but you don't move. You can only watch as she reaches out and grabs either side of the mirror's frame. At that moment, the door slams shut and the ceiling lights blow out. You're only vaguely aware of the bulb remnants falling on you. In the blackness, you hear your phone vibrating. No doubt the text telling you what you did last night, but it no longer matters. Because as you listen to the crunching of broken glass, signifying a childhood tale now pulling herself into your world, you suddenly remember everything. A huge, huge thank you to all of my poltergeists. Alex Schaefer, Bobby Tripp, Calderin, Daniel O'Connell, Erica Warren, Forever, Shadow Blackhawk, JTX31, Mark Zapan, Brian Horn, Spirit Father, Stephen Swiftbird, Twisted Skipster, Alternative Night, and Michael Folks. Your donations and continued support are so appreciated. So, as always, thank you. From the very bottom of my heart. I've been dead now for almost 5 weeks. It feels different than you might think. Of course, I'm not really dead. If I were, I wouldn't be able to write this account of what happened to me, but legally, at least, I have been declared dead. Once you're dead, it's surprisingly difficult to prove that you are alive. Since being declared dead, the voices have become clearer, more frequent. Their tone has changed.